everybody? We got stuff to talk about in today's NASCAR Cup Series race review. Yeah, guys, this is the NASCAR Cup Series Mobil 1301 New Hampshire race review. So, yeah, congratulations to Ryan Blaney on getting his third win of the season, his 16th career win. Yeah, this win punches his ticket to the round of eight. And man, for this race, I didn't really expect much from this race. I thought this was just going to be a track position race. Just track position's key. The passing was going to be limited, but from what I've seen today, this was we got stuff to talk about, man. First, from the racing, I thought the racing was really, really, really good. Like the passing opportunities, was it difficult to pass? Yes, but it wasn't like the passing was impossible. Like one driver I got to shout out, Josh Berry. Like Josh Berry got spun out by SVG, came from all the way from the back and up finishing second. That's fantastic. Shout out to Josh Berry. This is one of the most impressive performances I've seen Josh Berry. And Josh Berry is a guy who this is the track like this, and with the tire combination that we have, suits his strength. Conserve your stuff. And Josh Berry, man, he needed this great day, man. The past 3 weeks, the round of 16 for him has been absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. The past 3 weeks have been that monstrosity of a first round in the playoffs for Josh Berry, man. That was horrible. He comes in today, starting inside the top five, have one of if not the fastest car, and he almost won the race, man. I gotta give a shout out to Josh Berry. Man, man, really could have won, but just didn't. Just got loose there trying to pass Blaney in like turn three, and ultimately Ryan Blaney got the job done. Man, Team Penske today was really strong. Aside from Austin Cindric, who was the weakest link, uh, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, and Josh Berry, they were outstanding today. They were outstanding. Joey Logano leading for over 140 laps, and Ryan Blaney leading just over 110 laps. So, man, Team Penske looked again very strong today. They looked really strong. Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano won the two stages. And yeah, but now let's go on and talk about one of the big storylines coming out of this race. Ty Gibbs versus Denny Hamlin. Now, what happened was Ty Gibbs basically was racing aggressive, racing very, very, very hard with Denny Hamlin, where, Denny Hamlin, he's in the playoffs, where Ty Gibbs isn't in the playoffs. And then Denny Hamlin basically just said, I've had enough, and took him out, and took out Ty Gibbs. So, and then called out, I think Joe Gibbs Racing, organization about, with Ty Gibbs. So, this got me into thinking something, man. Like, Joe Gibbs Racing, as a champion, as a Cup Series organization, only has won 5 championships since 1992, with 3 different drivers only. Not to mention 2 of them were repeats. Bobby Labonte being in 2000, Tony Stewart being in 2002 and 2005, and then Kyle Busch in 2015 and 2019. Only 3 drivers have won a championship at Joe Gibbs Racing: Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, and Kyle Busch. The Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart, when Chevrolet was over there. The only Joe Gibbs driver to have won in the Toyota era is Kyle Busch. I'm talking about the Cup Series only. Kyle Busch is the only one with Joe Gibbs Racing in the Toyota era. Kyle Busch is the only one. I feel like, man, this is kind of I mean, I don't really blame, anyone questioning about Joe Gibbs Racing as an organization when it comes to championships and how they're running, because really Joe Gibbs Racing only has won 5 within the past 25 years. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely questionable. You can definitely question Joe Gibbs Racing and their culture over there. But Ty Gibbs, man, Ty Gibbs is at this rate, he's probably going to become the next Austin Dillon. No matter how bad he's going to be in that 54, Ty Gibbs will always be in that 54. Like, lack of discipline. Lack of discipline is what I'm seeing, man. Like, lack of discipline when it comes to driver results. Like, meaning that you can suck so bad and still not lose your ride, just like Austin Dillon. So that's that's most likely how I'm seeing this right now. But you know, but if you want to know on the actual move that Denny Hamlin did, I mean, it's regardless, it's not a good look when you wreck your teammate. Definitely not a good look. So I'm just gonna say that it's not a good look. That whole situation with Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs is just awkward. Like, and then Ty Gibbs just going over there and just acting like Kyle Busch, like, oh my gosh, just not a good look over there, man. Just not a good look over there. So it's just not a good look. For not a good look for Ty Gibbs. That whole entire situation to me, from how I see it, is just completely awkward. So just from both sides, just it's awkward. It's definitely awkward. So yeah, now back to the actual race. So oh wow. So I gotta take a look at this at the just the driver results to actually know what happened, because this is one of those races where a lot of drivers had issues of some sort. Well, some drivers at least. Shane Van Gisbergen, and shout out to SVG. He was running inside the top 10. Like, we know how good he is at the road courses, but lack of oval experience is what he's been struggling with, of course. And I felt like today, man, he is getting better. Like, he is getting better. I picked SVG to actually get to this round and to make it out of the round of 16, and he struggled so bad in the round of 16. So I know he was caught up in that big wreck that happened where Keselowski just tried to make it 5 wide on the inside, hit the inside barrier, and that just caused that wreck, man, with SVG. SVG ended up finishing 32nd. So man, Keselowski, I think Brad had issues. Kyle Busch, man, Kyle Busch was awful. Kyle Busch was absolutely not good at all today either. Like, at this point, man, he's just focusing on the 2026 at this point. He's just focusing on the 2026. 2311 Racing. I gotta tell you guys about 2311 Racing. They were awful today. Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota as a whole today was off. Like, I picked Chase Briscoe to win today's race. They were off today. Like, they didn't have the speed as what Penske had. I think Hendrick Motorsports wasn't improved today. Hendrick improved today. Byron was in the top 5 for the majority of the race. Chase Elliott, man, he started all the way back in 27th, man, and they were able to make adjustments, and Chase Elliott ended up getting a top 5 finish. So yeah, and shout out again, another result. Michael McDowell got a top 10. I felt like Joe Gibbs Racing's drivers got outran by Spire today. That's just how I feel. I think Joe Gibbs Racing, just all of Toyota I feel like was just off today in some capacity. I feel like from today's race, I feel like today got a lot of people talking, man. I feel like today's New Hampshire race got a lot of people talking. This race was fully competitive and dramatic. This race was just competitive and dramatic, and for a New Hampshire race, I did not expect, to get this many storylines. Like, and I think, and the racing, I feel like the racing was better than it was at Gateway. I felt like it was better than Iowa. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this race. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, no, I have no complaints from the race today. Although Josh Berry, I think was on fresher tires than Blaney. Yeah, Blaney was out front. Josh Berry tried to reel it in and just used up all his stuff within the final laps. It was definitely hard to pass out there, I'll tell you that. But it wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's so impossible to pass. It wasn't like that kind of extent. And we saw like 4 or 5 wide action, like 4 wide, multiple rows deep on one restart. So man, I enjoyed this race personally. I enjoyed it. So yeah, guys, now I'm going to tell you guys about the race results. All right, everybody, here is the race results. Ryan Blaney gets the job done. This is his 3rd win of the season. He gets the job done, finishes first. Like I said about Josh Berry, he ends up finishing second today. Man, he had a fast car. He had, in my opinion, the fastest car today. like if you look at Josh Berry in this race, man, this was all over the place for him. He got caught, he got spun out by SVG early in stage two, drove all the way back up through the field, and then I felt like was faster than Blaney and Logano. It's just Josh Berry just used up his stuff at the end. But again, shout out to Josh Berry, man. William Byron, this is his first top 10 at New Hampshire. He finishes third. Man, Hendrick Motorsports was just very slow to start the playoffs, and this is Hendrick's, I would say, first absolutely great race for them. Joey Logano ends up finishing fourth, was in the top five all day. Chase Elliott ends up finishing fifth, man, a resilient effort. Started 27th, worked his way up all the way through inside the top five. Christopher Bell sixth, Kyle Larson seventh, Michael McDowell eighth. I already mentioned McDowell. Chastain finishes ninth. Rounding out the top 10 is Chase Briscoe. Then it's Carson Hocevar finishing 11th. Denny Hamlin 12th, and like we already mentioned, Denny Hamlin in the Ty Gibbs incident, like that was awkward. Again, it was definitely awkward. Um, so yeah, Austin Dillon ends up finishing 13th, Ryan Preece 14th, Alex Bowman 15th, Noah Gragson 16th, Cindric 17th. Well, like I said, Austin Cindric was the weakest link over there at Penske today. Chris Buescher 18th, Todd Gilliland 19th. Running in the top 20 is AJ Allmendinger. Tyler Reddick was actually in the top 10, I felt like, for like the first half of this race, and then I don't feel like they've made any adjustments, and other drivers around them got better as the day go on. So that's what I felt like for Tyler Reddick. Just team just didn't make any sort of adjustments, and they just fell all the way back. So yeah, like I said, 2311 Racing, they just did not look good today, especially Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace was not good at all today. Was not good at all today. So yeah, Riley Herbst 22nd, Brian Keselowski 23rd. I mentioned him with his issues, hitting the inside wall, trying to go 5 wide on the inside there. Cole Custer 24th, Ricky Stenhouse 25th, Bubba Wallace 26th, and yeah, I'm just going to share you guys the rest of the results here. So yeah, guys, now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the playoff grid. All right, everyone, here is the updated playoff grid. Ryan Blaney with his win, and he's a playoff driver, so that means he officially locks into the round of 12. William Byron leaves this race plus 47 in a very comfortable position. Kyle Larson plus 41. I really like the points cushions for Byron and Larson, man. They go to Kansas, and I have no worries at all for Hendrick Motorsports coming into Kansas. Larson won there back in May. And then William Byron, he finished second in last year's Kansas playoff race. So I'm not really worried about Byron and Larson as long as they just have good speed with their points cushions and just keep building off this great day. They're going to be fine. Christopher Bell plus 29 points cushion. It's not like Byron and Larson's, but it's pretty cushiony to say. Denny Hamlin, well, he's plus 27. He only gained up 1 point. Didn't get any stage points in stage one, but however, got 3 in stage two. Denny, man, if Denny Hamlin could just leave Kansas plus 40, I would be very happy with that. Very happy with being plus 40 points above the cut line heading into the Roval, because Denny Hamlin, man, that road course is not that great, not that good at all. And man, with this drama now with Ty Gibbs, I am so worried that something is going to happen. I'm so worried something's going to happen. Of course, where Denny Hamlin's dealing with the 2311 lawsuit and just all over off-track stuff in the NASCAR industry. So, yeah, I can't wait to listen to Denny Hamlin's Actions Detrimental podcast. I cannot wait to listen to that, man. That's going to be fun as all heck. Yeah, anyways, Joey Logano, he's now plus 24 points. Again, Joey Logano, I don't like the guy, but hey, he had a great day, man. He had a phenomenal race. This is the best race, in my opinion, I've seen Joey Logano this entire season. So, hey, if he can just build off what he did today, he can get into the role in a very good position. Chase Elliott build off a points day. He's plus 14. Not that much, however. Chase Briscoe, man. Like I said, I expected Joe Gibbs Racing to be somewhat better than what they've shown today. And, yeah, so... Now let's get down to the drivers below it. Ross Chastain, I think he just had an okay day. He didn't make any points. I already mentioned about Austin Cindric. He was just the weakest link of all the Penske drivers. And I mentioned Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace. They were not good at all in today's race. Now I know Tyler Reddick was in the top 10 for the first half, and then in the second half of the race, he just fell back. Bubba Wallace his car was not good. It was tight. his handling, the handling was off. Yeah, those are the drivers that are currently above and below the cut line. So yeah, guys, in conclusion, I felt like this race was really, really good. Like probably one of the better New Hampshire races I've watched. From a storyline perspective and from a lot that happened, got a lot of people talking. Of course, with the Ty Gibbs and Denny Hamlin incident, and I just feel like the racing I don't know. I mean, the temperature at Loudon was like in the 70s. Like it wasn't like it was like, oh my gosh, no, it's hard to pass. Like you can't pass. Like there was passing. Like you saw Chase Elliott able to work his way from 27th to get a top five. Josh Berry passing drivers left and right to try to get back up to the front of the field. Like it was definitely I really enjoyed this race. Like I really enjoyed it. I felt like this was I felt like this was an above average New Hampshire race. I feel like this was an above average New Hampshire race. I didn't really expect much from today's race, but hey, we got something for you. So yeah, congratulations to Ryan Blaney once again. Man, from Team Penske was really, really good, man. Really good day from Team Penske overall. And yeah, guys, so that's it for this race review. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.